So remember how I said it'd probably take me a couple weeks in the last Surviving the Coronavirus episode to finish Ultraman, or not Ultra. I keep calling it Ultraman Q. So excuse me if I keep doing that. It's Ultra Q though. That is the official title. That's what it says on the darn box. But I thought it would take me a couple weeks, but you know what? I was on the last disc, or not the last disc, third disc, and you know, I try to get up and turn it off before it starts the next episode because these play one right after another, and I didn't get up in time, so it started from episode 15 to 16, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm not tired. I'm not going to go to bed. Let me just watch the rest of this series tonight. So I stayed up from 8 o'clock to about 1 a.m. in the morning. Somewhere, well, not 1 a.m., like 8 o'clock in the morning. I watched all of Ultra Q in one night. So now I've seen the whole series, every single episode. So what do I think of this Japanese Twilight Zone-like series? Because that's kind of what this is. This series is about, like, these people, they investigate these weird monster sightings and things, and it's very reminiscent of the Twilight Zone, except with Japanese monsters, Godzilla style. You know, this show was not made in the 50s. This show was actually made in the 60s. And this was one of the highest, this had the highest budget of any Japanese show. It was the most expensive Japanese show ever made at the time. And I think it's fun. I think it's goofy and stupid, but because, you know, Twilight Zone they're actually legitimate stories. They're creepy and scary. There are still ones that even creep out my grandparents to this day that they watched actually when the show was on. And there are stories that creep out me. This show is not creepy. It's goofy and silly. And you can tell the people involved with this show knew that, and they're playing with it, and they're having fun with it. I mean, there's a lot of overacting, there's a lot of stupid dialogue, there's a lot of stupid stuff like that. The monsters look very stupid, but, I mean, they're having fun. I think the only problem I have with this series is it's really not going to be for everyone. If you don't like the Godzilla movies, don't watch this. You're going to hate it. Just don't. Like, why would you watch this, right? This isn't really a problem with the series, but I'll get into what makes it a problem. So, you know, it can be a little too goofy at times. I mean, because of the fact that some of these monsters are really stupid and really goofy. Yes, they're knowing it and they're playing it up, but sometimes it goes too far into the goofy zone that I'm like, geez Louise, that's ridiculous. But this show is still good, and I recommend checking it out. If anything I've said is interesting to you, I think it's a good series. I recommend watching it. I watched all of it last night, and I'm definitely excited whenever I get the chance to purchase Ultraman, the next series. I'm going to watch through that and do reviews, because, yeah. Milk Creek puts out these amazing Blu-ray sets. I mean, these sets are amazing. I mean, you got a booklet, you got a case for your movie, the packaging's beautiful, and there's steelbook versions available, though I think most of those are sold out, honestly. People really want those steelbooks, apparently. I don't care for steelbooks, especially since if you know the steelbooks, they're stacked disc, and they're not, like, on flippers. I'll show you here. So you got, So you got, you know, disc 1, and then you got a space, so, you know, this flipper breaks, you can move it over. But here's disc 2, disc 3, and disc 4. So, you know, you have the whole series, and You got the cool artwork on the front and on the back. You got the box here, which has artwork even going into the inside. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's the front and then there's the back. And then you have a booklet that talks about production, episode guide, all kinds of stuff. And this was like an $18 set. $18 for this. That is pretty good. And I love it. But so now I just have left to watch is the Happy Days and Doctor Who out of the series I'm currently watching. I'm almost finished with Simpsons Season 10. I don't know if I'll be reviewing it because I kind of said I was done with it, but I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go watch some Doctor Who. So bye, guys.